Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and today I'm bringing you a review of a very nice, though bear with me, I'll explain this in a second, wig by Louis Ferre. I know that's a great way to describe a wig. This is Opal Human Hair by Louis Ferre in the color Sunny Blonde Brown. I don't think this color is particularly brown, nor do I consider this color particularly sunny, at least not in the human hair. To me, this looks like a honey blonde that has a little bit of ash in it to keep it from pulling too gold. It is a beautiful dark blonde color. I really do mean that. I really, really like this color, which is why whenever it's on sale, I gobble up a whole bunch of them so that way I can run them at a discount on my site. Yeah, Louis Ferre always sends me emails letting me know about overstocks that they're having because it's like, because I really, really like their human hair wigs. So let me talk to you first about what I was mentioning earlier. I get emails from people all the time who are scared of the human hair wigs when they see them like this right out of the box. You know, they'll buy a human hair wig and they're like, oh my God, I can't wear this. Human hair wigs need to be washed and they need to be styled before you can wear them. They're not like synthetics. Synthetic wigs are pre-styled and they will retain that style even after you wash them, even after you fuss with them. When you wash them, they'll basically go back to life, unless it's got a curl pattern and you mess up the curl pattern, usually that won't go back. But if it's a normal wig that isn't super duper curly, if you wash it, they usually go right back to where they were before. So this is not pre-styled. This wig is raw. It needs to be washed and it needs to be heat styled before you can wear it. But it has lots and lots and lots of potential. You can do a lot with human hair. You can use regular heat tools on this. You can straighten it out completely if you like, and it would be very, very sleek if you straightened it. I actually think this one looks really beautiful when it's curled. It looks really, really cute in like little spiral curls. I really do think that for the money, these wigs are a great value because the top of Opal is completely hand-tied. She does not have a lace front, which will make a lot of you very happy. A lot of people cannot tolerate lace fronts because they're very, very scratchy. This is made for a medical client, so it does not have a lace front because, you know, medical clients tend to have very sensitive scalps, and most manufacturers of medical wigs are very sensitive to that fact. And Louis Ferre most certainly is. These monosystem wigs are very, very well constructed. So I want you to focus more on the quality of the hair, how long the hair is, whether or not that's a length that you can live with, and the monofilament features more so than how this is actually looking on me now. Because as I said, this is very raw. You would actually have to style it in order for it to look wearable. But with that being said, I will turn around for you now so that way you can see what this one looks like from all sides right out of the box. Now this Louis Ferre human hair is not Remy quality, okay? At least they're honest about that. But it is very, very easy to work with. It feels very nice, and you would have a real hard time color processing Mongolian hair, which is what this is, to make it this blonde, you know? So if you ever want to go with a light color, you're better off letting the manufacturer bleach the color on your behalf. Because remember, this started off as a 1B. If you were at all curious about the processing of human hair, regardless of where it comes from, I wrote a blog post about that I'll put in the description here. It's really important that you know what you're buying. I think for the price, you're getting a really great deal with these Louis Ferre human hair wigs. Especially these shorter ones, like the Opal, the Topaz, they tend to hold up very, very well with wear. Now this one does have a bang that is pre-cut. You can always trim it again to be a more appropriate length, but it's that perfect bang length I get at all the time at 4 inches. So it's a little floppy right now because it hasn't been styled, but you can wear it down, you can wear it off to the side. Really, you can do just about anything with a bang length like that. The crown down is 10.5 inches. The sides are roughly about the same. I mean, this is almost the same length all the way around. with a little bit of layering. But I mean, it's essentially a blank canvas. It's a typical page made to be customizable. So if you have a competent wig stylist in your area, you're in a great position because not everyone's so blessed. Make sure you contact them first and let them know, hey, I'm buying this from somebody else. Can you style this? A lot of wig stores are really persnickety about that because, you know, they like to be the gatekeepers of the hair. But some are very cool and they're like, hey, you know, yeah, as long as I can charge you money to style it, I don't care. And, you know, if I had a wig store with a competent wig stylist, because I'm not a licensed cosmetologist, I'm very open about that. If I owned a wig store with a competent stylist, I most certainly would take people's money gladly if they bought wigs from other web stores. Heck, you know, why not? But that's just me. Anyhow, this wig weighs 4.5 ounces, which might seem heavy to some of you, but I think that's entirely appropriate for a human hair wig. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off now so I can show you the cap construction. But wait, before I do, since this part is so well done right now, I wanna show you this lovely monofilament. It's just all of the Louis Ferre wigs have very dense monofilament features. And so that's really nice because it just looks very, very natural. To me, that is a key selling point of their wigs, especially these human hair wigs, that the monofilament is just very well done. So, and you got a better look at that color too, how it's got that sort of dark blonde in with that sort of lighter kind of honey blonde. Oh, I love this color. It's just such a beautiful dark blonde. Okay, so here is the interior of this cap. Very nice full monofilament top, no permatease whatsoever. You've got a really nice big band of polyurethane right at the front hairline. It's grippy all on its own, but you can also put adhesive there if you need it. We've got closed lace ear tabs. I like the metal that they put on the, I mean, most ear tabs will have some kind of metal in them, but I like the Louis Ferre ear tabs a lot, as I've mentioned in other reviews, because they give you a nice thick band of metal, which will not get picked up on a TSA scan, by the way, if you're going to an airport. Usually they're very sensitive to wig wearers. I mean, they know you're wearing a wig because they put you through the body scanner thingy, but they're very sensitive to it. I've had a discussion with a couple TSA people about this when I flew to London last time, and they were very cool. They didn't say anything about it at all. I'm the one that brought it up to them. We do not have an extended nape here. It's just straight across the board. It's adjustable, kind of like a bra strap, very, very stretchy on the sides. Not particularly stretchy in the back, but the cap is fairly generous. Okay, so that's really nice. I would consider this almost like an average large cap, but it is adjustable. You can bring it in quite a bit, so don't worry if you're on the petite average size. This will still accommodate you. Petite wig wearers, not so much. And same thing with large cap wearers, probably not so much here. But very beautiful hair, and the hair feels really nice. Now to keep it this way, you're going to want to moisturize the living daylights out of it anytime you wash it, and in between washings even. And as I've mentioned in other videos ad nausea, the longer you can go in between washings, the better. It's a little harder with the human hair though, because human hair is porous, especially when it's been lightened like this. Any light browns, any blonde colored human hair wigs that aren't European hair are going to be highly absorbent because they've been lifted. They've had a chemical agent used to lift up the scales of the cuticle, the little keratin scales, and they leach the pigment out, the melatonin out of the hair, and that's what allows them to dye it various colors. So it's been pre-lightened, and so because of that, it is more porous than normal, and it will be more absorbent of ambient smells. So you're gonna have to wash it a little bit more frequently than you would a comparable synthetic wig, but you can still use the dry shampoo trick to get a little bit more life out of the wig in between washes. And then, you know, when you really need to wash it, wash it. But you definitely don't need to wash these any wig as frequently as you would your actual human hair because you don't have any scalp oil to contend with. So this one's actually starting to look much better just with a little bit of wear, as you can probably tell. I mean, it doesn't really take much at all. And I have not styled this. I basically just fussed with it for a second. But I wanted to show it to you right out of the box in the raw so you knew, that sometimes these can look a little when you first get them. But that's because you're supposed to style them. You're supposed to wash them. You're supposed to make them your own. And I would extend that to basically any wig. Make it your own. Maybe don't experiment with a wig like this. I would take this to, a stylist. But once it starts to fall apart and you've worn it till the wheels fell off of it, heck yeah, play around with it. Get a couple costume wigs. I'm bringing Forever Young back. Buy a couple of those. Play with them. Cut them. Style them. Mess around on those. Mess around on wigs you don't give a crap about. And then once you get good with it, you can really open up your wig world, because you can turn, a meh wig into a really nice one. I mean, I do that all the time. And most people who have worn wigs for a really long time know all kinds of little tips and tricks on how to make wigs look really amazing. I don't really specialize in how to style videos. I think that that's better left to people who are licensed cosmetologists. This has been the very beautiful Opal wig by Louis Ferre in the color Sunny Blonde Brown, which is neither really that blonde or neither really that brown. It's kind of like a dark honey blonde with some ash in it. Very, very pretty color. So, at least in the human hair. It's a little bit more dramatic in the synthetic variety, but in the human hair it's very natural looking. So until next time, this has been Heather from CysterWigs.com, wishing you a very great night. Check out my web store if you have a chance. It's just www.CysterWigs.com. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.